Last week, we heard from our dignitaries at the SME Awards and also saw some stellar SMEs being awarded for their impressive performance. On this episode, we'll hear from some industry thought leaders.
The award goes to...
And also continue to honor the most outperforming SMEs in the country. It's now time to hear from our chief guest this evening. He helms the ministry that has always looked into the concerns of MSMEs in the country, along with taking special steps to bolster them and help them grow. He joins us today to share his vision on the way ahead for this very important sector of the Indian economy. Please welcome the Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises and Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Shri Nitin Gadkari.
मैं सबसे पहले आपको धन्यवाद भी दूंगा और आपका अभिनंदन भी करूंगा। देखिए, हम मॉनिटरिंग कर रहे हैं। हमने जो एक ट्रस्ट बनाया जिसके कारण हम लोग लोन को इंश्योरेंस करते हैं, जैसे कोलैटरल लेने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, उसमें क्या हुआ है और किस प्रकार से हम लोग फ्रेंडली फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट बने। और अभी हमने ये तय किया कि हमने फंड ऑफ फंड लाया है 20,000 करोड़ का, कि जिनका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड अच्छा है, जीएसटी का, इनकम टैक्स का और बैंक का टर्नओवर अच्छा है, उन लोगों को हम रेटिंग देंगे और उनकी इंडस्ट्री में हम लोग जब कैपिटल मार्केट में जाएंगे तो 15% इक्विटी हम देंगे भारत सरकार की ओर से। और मैंने आज आदेश दिया है कि हर 15 दिन में इसका रिव्यू करके इसकी जानकारी क्या हुआ क्या नहीं हुआ एक सेक्रेटरी, राज्य मंत्री और मुझे दी जाए और हम इसका परफॉर्मेंस ऑडिट करें और सब इंस्टीट्यूशन को इसके लिए बिल्कुल हम लोग ये करें कि भी ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। तो अभी हमने ये शुरू किया और हम जहाँ कमियां हैं, गलतियां हैं, उसको एक्सपोज करने में आप भी संकोच मत करो। आप भी लोगों की तकरारें लो और जो गलती हमारी है वो हमारे पास भेजो और इस प्रकार से हम लोग ऐसी ट्रांसपेरेंट, टाइम बाउंड, रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड एंड करप्शन फ्री सिस्टम बनाएंगे और जिसमें हमारी सभी योजनाएं आखिरी व्यक्ति तक जाएगी, उसका इसका फायदा मिलेगा। एक बात जरूर है कि कर्जा हम जो लेते हैं वो जनता का ही पैसा है, देने वाले ट्रस्टी है और कर्जे को समय समय पर प्रॉफिट कमाकर वापस करना, इसी से ही हमारा क्रेडिट रेटिंग बनता है। और विश्वसनीयता, ईमानदारी, गुडविल, ये 21वीं सदी का सबसे बड़ा कैपिटल है और ये भी हमारे एमएसएमई के छोटे छोटे लोगों ने इस बात को ध्यान रखना चाहिए। अगर ये करेंगे तो निश्चित रूप से वो आगे ही बढ़ेंगे। आपका प्रयास बहुत स्तुत्य है और मैं जिन लोगों का आप इसके लिए सत्कार करने वाले, उन सब एमएसएमई का मैं उन लोगों का उनका शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ, शुभेच्छाएं देता हूँ और पॉजिटिविटी का साथ, हिम्मत के साथ आगे बढ़ो। हम होंगे कामयाब। कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती और कदम से कदम मिलाकर चलना होगा। ये 3 गीत बहुत अच्छे हैं और मुझे लगता है आज के परिस्थिति में ये तीनों गीत उनको सबको शक्ति देंगे, प्रेरणा देंगे और आगे बढ़ने की उत्साह भी देंगे, ऐसा मुझे लगता है। मेरी बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
Now, business owners are very resourceful. They are driven and passionate, ambitious and adventurous, agile and risk takers. But what happens when an unexpected and unprecedented event like the pandemic occurs and throws a spanner in the works? Our upcoming panel discussion will see thought leaders from the MSME ecosystem share their views on the topic, protecting your business in the face of unpredictable events. First up, I'd like to invite the moderator of the discussion, Shri C.S. Sethi, MD, RNDB, State Bank of India. And I'd also like to invite the panelists for this session, Mr. V.S.V. Rao, Deputy Managing Director, SIDBI, Ms. Rituparna Chakraborty, Co-Founder, TeamLease, and Mr. Dhanpal Jhaveri, Vice Chairman, Everstone Group and CEO, Eversource Capital.
Welcome to this panel, and the topic of the panel, of course, is protecting your business in the face of unpredictable events. And the pandemic has created a sense of urgency in terms of addressing the issues which MSMEs face. And there cannot be a better panel to discuss these topics. I would start with Ms. Chakrabarty on the employee part. See, some of the major concerns when the pandemic hit is that the migrant labor have gone back to their homes. And there was a lot of concern that when will they come back? Will ever they come back? And how the MSMEs would run these units in the absence of the migrant labor, which is the most important workforce for them.
Right.
While I have seen that, a lot of migrant labor has come back and the businesses started operating. What is your take on this in terms of the labor availability to the MSME, number one? Number two, the MSMEs also require, middle management and the lower management to run their financial part, accounting part, and management part. So what is your take? How are the things panning out now?
It's a fact that MSMEs have actually borne the brunt of the reverse migration probably the most. And I think one of the reasons for that is the reality of India is that there's a large number of informal work is still at play with the MSME sector. When you see that, when we talk about reverse migration, it is also important to bear in mind that the ones who were informally engaged were the ones who were also most vulnerable. MSMEs have to bear this in mind, that why is it that these people felt so vulnerable overnight? And honestly, if one were to look at getting these people back, there has to be a semblance of change that needs to be made by MSMEs in what they have to offer as well. The fear of the pandemic, while it has diminished, but it's still there. And I think to get people to relocate, one has to make necessary investments to make sure workplace is safe, workplace is hygienic, for them to not worry about the consequences of coming to work, and they can freely contribute towards productivity. So one should leverage the 4 labor codes, which have been implemented recently, which actually now provides ample flexibility for the MSME segment to kind of create a healthy mix, sourcing mix of talent. So I understand that MSMEs do not have the muscles of large organizations. They get impacted by the ups and downs much more than large organizations. But here now, I think the labor codes have come in with creating those optionalities by which MSMEs can actually onboard people through legitimate channels, provide the much needed security that these kids or their migrant laborers looking for, and hence their ability to attract talent across the bucket actually improves dramatically.
I think you put it very, very eloquently, Ritu, in terms of what MSMEs are required to make their most important factors of production, that is labor, create a sense of security among them. Let me come to Mr. Rao. The second most important are, in my view, I think the market keeps talking about credit more than anything. So from that angle, so during this pandemic, one of the most important government initiative as a banker, which I felt, and a well-devised and well-implemented program has been guaranteed emergency credit line. Where I think both the public institutions and private institutions have participated in a big way. Almost 1.5 lakh crore of the credit facility has been disbursed under this. And SIDBI has been in the forefront of ensuring that this is obviously, the guarantee cover is provided by CGTMSE through you. So, but I would like to know, Mr. Rao, is that during your interactions with the MSMEs, what do you see? Is there the positive attitude is coming back? Or people feel more confident of running their businesses? So I would like to hear from you from that perspective.
Thank you, Shetty Saab, for posing a very important question at this relevant point of time. In fact, as far as the business activities are concerned, we are 6 months away from the critical COVID times. We have seen April and May completely being washed out because of the economic cessation of all the activities. Having the lockdown provisions lifted or the unlocked down putting in place, we have definitely seen the resumption of the economic activities in a good way. Now, when we talk about finance, is it the MSME finance and access to credit an issue that has been thrown up only because of the COVID, or did it exist prior to COVID? I think all of us will agree that access to credit has always been a challenge for the MSMEs. However, this challenge has been very innovatively addressed by the emergency credit line guarantee scheme announced by the government. Hats off to the government for having anticipated and seen what is coming, because nobody saw how COVID was coming. But the economic disasters were very rightly predicted by the government, and we had both the regulator, that is the RBI, and the government of India coming and implementing the scheme at a full stretch. As a result, we have seen 1,50,000 crore being taken by the MSMEs. And this is not a small amount. If at all any statistical comparisons can be made prior to COVID and post-COVID, this indicates that the MSMEs are being assisted in a very big way with the financial measures. This is one part of it. And the other specific schemes by which the financial support has been extended to MSMEs, as far as SIDBI is concerned, RBI has allocated around 15,000 crores to be given to NBFCs, banks, and MFIs. And I can tell you, within no time, this entire amount of 15,000 crores has been largely exhausted, with banks taking their share, with NBFCs taking their share, and with MFIs taking their share. And the study of the NBFCs and MFIs in the last couple of months is definitely very encouraging, because their operating scenario is improving, their collection efficiencies are improving, and the way we look at businesses, of course, we have definitely become wiser after the COVID. There can be no two opinions on that, because COVID nobody anticipated, and businesses have been struck badly. But now, with great planning, great anticipation of how things are to pan out, the businesses are able to put strategies in place, and they are working in a very good way to bring the economy back to the pre-COVID levels.
Thank you. I think you put it very rightly. It was a massive program. But I think what MSMEs have to look at is the credit is available. It is only, I personally believe, I've been talking in various forums, that while the large number of lenders are willing to lend to the MSMEs, one of the recurring themes which we face is the governance issues. I think governance also needs to be improved, apart from the ability to take the credit from various sources. The MSMEs should improve on the governance and convince the lenders that they're in a position to conduct the businesses in a manner which the lenders expect. So I come to the next, Mr. Javeri. My question is essentially, see, among the MSME landscape, if you see, more than 90% are micro enterprises, right? So one, the question which frequently asked to me as a banker is, what are you doing to encourage to develop what is so-called missing middle, that how these micro enterprises eventually become small and medium enterprises? I would like to hear from you that what is the interest the private equity players, both domestic as well as foreign players, have in terms of investing in these MSMEs, particularly identifying the potential micro enterprises and make them to grow into the so-called missing middle. Over to you, Mr. Javed.
Mr. Sethi, thank you very much for having me here. And I think this is a very opportune time to talk about something like this. And the reason I want to kind of respond to your question is maybe in two or three ways. First, from a global perspective, what we are seeing is possibly an unparalleled liquidity which is there in the global markets, largely fueled by what we have seen very significant stimulus programs governments across the world have been initiating and deploying to make capital available to the economies. First and foremost, I've always believed that capital follows and talent leads. And for talent to lead, we need to have the right set of entrepreneurs, founders who have identified the right niches in the market and have demonstrated some track record that they have the capability to address that opportunity. Where we come in as a private equity investor really is to work with them, because as businesses grow, many of these entrepreneurs they've never seen that kind of growth, and they really don't know how to manage the complexity which goes along with that growth. That's where we bring in not just capital, but having the, I would say, the wide angle lens of having invested in multiple businesses, grow, seeing the challenges and what are the issues required to address those challenges as they grow. And then very importantly, as you talk about, bringing in a overarching umbrella of governance, right? Which is basically by itself, we believe, extremely important as to one has to build a long-term sustainable business model there. So it's a combination of these factors: capital, which follows, led by high quality talent, and not just talent, which is the entrepreneurial talent, but also bringing in, right? Today, we are in many ways the factory, the CXO factory to the world. And I have the same belief that Indian professionals today have very, very high quality capabilities, which can be brought into family-owned businesses, entrepreneurial businesses, to help support that growth which is required as businesses become more complex as they grow.
Absolutely. I think you are bang on in terms of, what the problem, we keep saying that it's not problem of capital, it's not problem of credit. I think it's plentifully available. It is only that MSMEs have to, one is, of course, showcase the talent, leadership talent. It is not only about the entrepreneurial talent, as you said, and also the focus on governance, I think, which would definitely attract the capital. The purpose of this panel, obviously, is to flag some of the issues which MSMEs need to address to be resilient in times of crisis like this. And I'm sure that Indians are known for resiliency, and every MSME which is facing difficulties, with the support of government, with the support of companies like Team Lease, and of course the equity partners, like Everstone, would definitely be able to overcome this crisis. And I wish all the MSMEs a successful year ahead and a strong rebound in the economy, which is the need of the hour. Thank you to all of you for joining this panel, and I'm glad that I've had this discussion. Thank you very much.
I'd now like to invite Shri Ashwini Bhatia, MD, GBNS, State Bank of India, and Shri Prakash Chandra Kanpal, MD and CEO, SBI General Insurance, to announce the next set of winners. Moving on to our next category, which is pharmaceuticals, drugs, and medical products. And here are the nominees. Pharmaceuticals, drugs, and medical products. Bharat Parenteral. Bio4 India Pharmaceuticals. Ideal Cures. Sahajanand Medical Technologies.
And the award goes to
Sahajanand Medical Technologies Private Limited.
Sahajanand Medical Technologies is the first Indian company to indigenously develop stents and is currently the largest manufacturer of stents in India.
In that drug-eluting stent, we pioneered something called a biodegradable polymer. It's essentially the release mechanics that goes on the stent that controls how the drug is released. Now, our competition at the time was essentially global majors sitting out of Europe and US, and none of them could figure out the biodegradable polymer. We were the first company to do that. And that really, when we did that, it really kind of put us onto the global spotlight. And it's an absolute honor. So I have to thank both the SBI and the Times Network for recognizing our efforts. But like I mentioned, we have been trying to do some good work in this organization since '98, and it's always great to be recognized for the kind of efforts we're making. We really appreciate the recognition, really appreciate the attention being paid to the kind of work that we're doing in SMT.
Congratulations to Sahajanand Medical Technologies. Now our 12th category this evening is Textile and Garment, and here are the nominees. Textile and Garment. Bewakoof Brands, Decapel Fashions, Globe Kottyan, Le Mérite Exports, NMK Textile Mills India.
And the winner is
Decapple Fashions Private Limited.
Decapelle Fashions is a leather garment manufacturer that focuses on value addition through laser cut designs, embossing and embroidering across a mix of fabrics, leathers, textures and linings.
We moved on from the importers to the wholesalers and the branded garments. Now we supply to more than 60 brands over 12 countries. This has been our strength to move on from a commodity level garments to the fashion trend garments. We now manufacture garments with the vintage leather look just over a period of 1 month or a few days, which takes years to get that look. Or we produce t-shirts, shorts, skirts, trousers, whatever is possible in leather, to keep up with the trend in the market. Gone are the days for us where we used to make leather for the weather. We make leather for fashion now. I'm very humbled to receive this award. I'm very grateful to my father-in-law, Jillian D'Souza, who inspired me and enabled me to take charge of this leather garment factory, Decapelle. I'm thankful to my husband, Jillian D'Souza, who's a strong pillar of this company, and the finance director, Clarence Pereira. I'm thankful to the entire management team and all the employees led by our general manager, Anant Narayan, who strives tirelessly to deliver the best product. Thank you, SBI General Insurance and Times Network.
Congratulations to Decapelle Fashions. Next, we have the nominees in the category Transport and Logistics. Transport and Logistics. AWL India. KD Supply Chain Solutions. Mahalakshmi Polypack. Sequel Logistics. Tarachand Logistics Solutions.
and the award goes to
AWL India Private Limited.
AWL India is one of the country's fastest tech-based logistics and supply chain management company with transport and warehousing connections in over 70 countries.
AWL in itself, if you see the three alphabets, they stand for air, water, land. And that was our vision, basically, to be the champions in almost all the three modes of transport and provide a supply chain platform where we are the pioneers in almost all modes. So that is a very unique concept about it. And we came up with a very, very unique concept of everything on mobile phones, everything pretty unique, developed a lot of app applications. And we came up with a concept and named our ERP Constituent. When you tread on the road that is less traveled, one realizes that there are a lot of risk that one takes. So back in 2007, when we began our journey with AWL, all we had in mind was the vision of making it a global name. Now 12 years down the line to be recognized and awarded for this big step gives me such a sense of pride. It gives me immense pleasure to accept this award on behalf of each AWL member who has worked tirelessly to take AWL to the place it has reached today. In the end, I would like to thank SBI General Insurance and the Times Network for recognizing our efforts and bestowing us with this recognition. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations to the team at AWL India. Here's a look at the nominees in our next category, Travel and Hospitality. Travel and Hospitality. Citius Holidays. Express Housekeeper. KVR Best Property Management. Nita Tours and Travels. Prasanna Purple Mobility Solutions.
So, and the winner in this category is
Prasanna Purple Mobility Solutions Private Limited.
Prasanna Purple Mobility Solutions is one of India's largest private bus operators with services across multiple sectors like city bus services, intercity services, BRTS and much more.
My father started this company, actually grandfather started this company, but that time we were mostly into taxi business, tourist taxis. So I joined my father in 1985, so long back, after completing my graduation and management studies. And then we ventured into bus business. See, we are in service industry, and service industry is all about people. So you serve people and with the help of people. So if you keep your people happy, your customers will be happy. So keeping your people happy is the first thing which one needs to do when he is in service industry. So dissatisfied employees cannot give satisfactory services to your customers. Getting award is always fantastic because award always encourages you, and not only you, but it encourages entire team. It also motivates people to work better because it throws a lot of responsibilities on you. I am really very happy to receive this award, and particularly at a time when people are in down mood. So just to pep them up, such kind of awards are really very helpful. So thank you for giving us this award.
It's now time to move to our final 5 categories. These are 5 special awards for some stellar individuals and organizations. The first of these 5 special awards is for someone who has truly been an inspiration. But before we show you the nominees, I'd like to invite Shri Dinesh Kumar Khara, Chairman, State Bank of India, and Shri Prakash Chandra Kanpal, MD and CEO, SBI General Insurance, to announce this final set of winners. And now, let's take a look at the nominees for Women Entrepreneur. Woman Entrepreneur. Firoza Kothari, Anatomized MedTech. Varsha Kukreti, Auto Micro UAS Aerotech. Amruta Valli, Purple Apple Infosystems. Dr. Rajashri SR, You and Me Theatre. Dimple Parmar, Zen Heal Wellness.
And the winner is
Varsha Kukreti, Auto Micro UAS Private Limited.
Varsha Kukreti is a retired squadron leader who went on to start her own drone company in 2015.
When I was a small kid in class 10, I wrote in my diary that I'll write to the President of India and request him to get women in defense forces. So somehow that got true and I was in Air Force. However, there was no combat role for us. Always that flying ka keeda was in me. So once I thought how to fly without being a pilot, like a normal pilot. So then this drone thing came in. The moment you say that you are in the drone industry and you are a woman, so they say, "Arey, drone, how come she is flying drones? What has she got to do with drones? I don't even have science background, yet I'm flying drones, I'm building drones. So if I can do it, anybody can do it." And at a lighter note, I'll say, like women, if you can handle the mixie at home, if you can handle a washing machine at home, you can fly a drone also. It's no big deal. First of all, I'm very thankful to SBI General and the Times Group for organizing such a nice award, and having a category of women entrepreneur in it. I'm also thankful to my family, my mother, my father, my brother, and my spouse, who's always held my hand, and he's brought us here, and my Air Force ladies and Sanginis, who we've always dreamt of this day. So I'm Thankful to all my friends and gurus. Thank you.
Congratulations to Varsha Kukreti for leading her team like a true champion. Now, entrepreneurship is one area where age truly does not matter. Our next category recognizes a champion who has already excelled in their venture and has many more milestones to achieve. Here's a look at the nominees under the Youth Entrepreneur category. Youth Entrepreneur. Sharad Jaiprakash, Arkarais Business Solutions. Abhijit Jain, Find in Box. Bharat Bhutt, Goldie Solar. Valhab Shelke, Samarth Rural Educational Institute. Kushagra Nandan, Sun Source Energy. Kishan Shah, Zen Heal Wellness.
And the winner is
Vallabh Shelke, Samarth Rural Educational Institute, Rajouri.
Vallabh Shelke started his organization with an aim to empower rural students by giving them access to resources and opportunities by providing good quality higher education.
To start such a professional courses in such a rural area was a big challenge. Getting qualified and experienced staff was also a hurdle. Also, girls' participation and preference for professional courses was in a poor state as the parents were not ready. So we put in our heart and soul into making of Samarth Rural Education Institute as one of the biggest campus in Junner Taluka. Now 10 colleges and 9 different industrial training centers are running within the campus, and today we have more than 4,000 students in the campus undergoing variety of courses. Sincerely, I never thought I could win because the other participants too had an impressive journey, as I had seen at the time of presentation. And I was surprised, and it is a very emotional moment for me and for all our Samartha group of institutions. Awards like this motivates the people. It just like as a tonic for what you have done, but also puts pressure on you to remain smart and creative for the next stage. So I am very thankful to SBI General Insurance for SME Award and Times Network Group. Thank you.
Congratulations to Vallabh Shelke for the stellar work that he is doing. Now, disruption is the name of the game, and this year has shown that businesses need to be ready for any and every kind of disruption. But our winner in this category has ensured that it has a good mix of product and service offerings in order to de-risk itself from product successes and failures. Shri Khara, Shri Kanpal, may I request you to please announce the winner of the Disruptive SME of the Year award.
And the award goes to
Molecular Connections Private Limited.
Molecular Connections has disrupted the life sciences sector and made a mark for itself in India and abroad by regularly publishing in international scientific journals.
Setting up low-cost centers in India other than Bangalore, stock options, sharing the wealth with the senior management team, and the acquisition that we did in Chennai. I think these would be the three good turning points in the company's history. That's going to be the future: more niche, more personalized medicine, more data-driven decisions, and we are an early mover in that area, and we hope to capitalize that over the next 3 to 5 years.
Thank you, Times Network and SBI General. What an incredible achievement. Innovation and crafting solutions for the future has always been the main driver within Molecular Connections. We partner with pharmaceutical companies and STM publishers through their digital transformation journey. And this has been achieved through our unique, location-independent, agile delivery methods. This award is a major achievement and encouragement for our scientists, engineers, and experts of our innovation lab, which was set up in 2012. Thank you from everyone from Molecular Connections.
Congratulations once again to Molecular Connections. Now, our penultimate category this evening is Emerging SME of the Year, and our winners' ambitions are literally sky high. They've grown from strength to strength since their incorporation in 2015 and are aiming to become a 550 crore revenue company by 2024. Gentlemen, request you to announce the winner, please.
And the winner is
Auto Micro UAS Private Limited.
Auto Micro UAS started small but is now developing advanced drones for use by the Indian Armed Forces and Departments of Agriculture and Mining.
It started with like people requesting that do this for us, make a drone like this. So we used to work on that, and like way back we built one drone for the army which was for Amarnath Yatra. The future is extremely bright. I mean, we sometimes need to wear glasses to keep that brightness away, because today, due to COVID, things really turned around for us. People were not even thinking about drones in the way they are thinking about it now. I'm so thankful to the jury and the team who worked towards this award for choosing us, the Auto Micro UAS, such a small company, hardly 5-year-old. And it's such a big motivation for my team. They're all so happy and working so hard, because now, because you have trusted us, I think we need to do more and ensure that we do become a very big company whose name everybody will know. Thank you so much.
Congratulations once again to Varsha Kukreti and the team at Auto Micro UAS. Now, the last few years have seen a growing focus by businesses on the triple bottom line: profits, people, and planet. The winner of our final award, Social Impact Creator SME of the Year, has been doing just that. Their project of providing safe and sustainable water in the Balaghat region in Madhya Pradesh has positively impacted the lives of over 1.1 lakh people across 100 villages. Shri Khara, Shri Kanpal, may I request you to please announce the winner?
And the winner is
Rian Water Tech Private Limited.
Rian Watertech is focused on the drinking and wastewater segment and has emerged as a leading pure-play water infra company.
The vision was very clear that we should have social environmental impact. Our agenda was very clear that we will support the drinking water supply to the bottom of pyramid people. And we are the only water company which has triple bottom line ethos. So we don't do anything which doesn't have impact on environment and social thing. We have took a target of connecting roughly 5 million people in next 2 years connected to drinking water supply. We are very happy and honored to receive this award on behalf of entire Rian team. I'm thanking everybody in the organizations of Time Network, SBI General Insurance, and the jury member for this award to Rian Watertech. Let me thank the entire team of Rian Watertech, from the last person to the board of member of boards, for contributing and committing to the vision of the company, where we committed ourselves and we continue to commit ourselves that we will not do any business which doesn't make any impact on social and environmental side to the bottom of pyramid people.
Hearty congratulations to the team at Rian Watertech, and thank you Shri Khara and Shri Kanpal for doing the honors. A big congratulations to all the winners this evening at the SBI General Insurance SME Awards partnered by Times Network. As we bring the event to a close, I'd like to invite Shri Pushan Mahapatra, Director, Strategic Investments and Digital Initiatives, SBI General Insurance, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of a glittering function where we have seen some bright stars of the SME sector, I would like to thank you all. Thank you for being a part of the SBI General Insurance SME Awards for outstanding performance in the SME sector. With these awards, we at SBI General aim to create a forum for the SME sector to showcase their achievements to the peers and the entire industry. And what a showcase it has been. 14 categories, saw enthusiastic participation, be it automobile, manufacturing, pharma, textiles, IT, and others. The 5 special awards to recognize outstanding contribution also saw some great names. On behalf of SBI General, I would like to thank the Honorable Minister for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Shri Nitin Gadkari ji. Thank you, sir, for being here and encouraging our SMEs to keep striving further every year. On behalf of SBI General, I would like to thank the Honorable Minister for State of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Shri Pratap Chandra Sadangi. Thank you, sir, for being here and encouraging our SMEs to keep striving further every year. I would also like to thank our guest of honor, the Chairman of State Bank of India, Shri Dinesh Kumar Khara. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion. Thank you, Shri C.S. Shetty, MD R&DB SBI, and Shri Ashwini Bhatia, MD Global Banking and Subsidiaries SBI, for being a part of this award felicitation. A special thanks to all the jury members for meticulously going through all the nominations and selecting the shining winners in each category. I would like to congratulate the winners. You have kept India's flag flying high. And all the SMEs who are here today, the country counts on you to keep raising the bar and reaching higher goals year on year. Thank you for participating. We look forward to the same enthusiasm next year. And do remember to take care of Suraksha and Bharosa dono in your organization, because staying protected is half the battle bar. Thank you for this participation in this evening.
Thank you for that, Shri Mahapatra. A big salute to all the SMEs out there. As we've often said, you are the backbone of this country's economy. These awards have been our way of thanking you and recognizing all your tireless efforts to overcome daunting situations and to emerge victorious. Thank you for always pressing on. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for watching.